We are here live at Red Bull Arena. Not really live because you're probably watching us on YouTube or whatever other thing we put this on. Only YouTube.
We got 1-5-1 win. You don't know how to be professional, no.
Bro, we are dominant. And was he? No, I'm in. I gotta chill. All right, let's focus. What a win! What a game! I did not expect this game to turn out this way.
Did not. I mean, you actually guessed a 3-2 scoreline. I thought you were being crazy. I guessed a 1-1 draw. I thought it was going to be a dead game with Santi Rodriguez being out. Thought it was going to be even worse. And that's not what we saw. We saw probably, you let me know, the most fun game I've seen this season.
Oh, I mean, hands down. You talking about we play the Red Bull, we go to their house and we beat them 5-1. How's anything else more fun than that? You're not going to find that. But let's go straight to the beginning. We see the lineups, and it's scary, bro. Burke Risa does not start, and Pareja's playing left wing. My mind was blown.
So you got Hack out there at center back, so it's a little scary. You got Pereira on the left, and then but the good thing is you kept that middle strong with Parks and Sands, and we saw that help this game quite a bit. But I must say, when I first saw that lineup, it was scary. And Matt Doyle had a great tweet. He said we spent $20 million on wingers, and we got Pereira playing the left.
Yep. It's crazy. It's either the most ballsy thing I've ever seen or the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Well, we know the result now.
Yes, but before it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen with all the wingers we have. But it panned out and it worked out. But
and we gotta say, so getting to New Jersey,
yes,
absolutely terrible. So we missed the first 2 goals of the game, but we're right outside the stadium, and I think that's a storyline in itself. This did not feel like it was an away match for us. This felt like it was home. The first goal was scored. We were 3 blocks down, 3 long-ass Jersey blocks, and the crowd went crazy. And we thought, damn,
we're down 1-0 early. I kept telling them, watch them score while we get there. I know they're gonna score. They go. We look at Fatma. We're like, damn, they scored. Who scored? Boom, Maxime Morales, the 37-year-old, the guy with the most goals against the Red Bulls in our team right now. We're 4 goals now. I don't know how many assists because
6.
We had.
Oh yeah.
He probably added to that total. Just huge, bro. Just huge. And then the second goal happens 2 minutes later because we were still walking.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh no, they definitely scored this time. It was way louder than the first goal, and we scored again.
Insane.
Alonso Martinez with the second goal. The crazy thing about both these goals was they were both because of the press. And when you think about the press, you think Red Bulls are going to dominate with that press. That's what they love. That's their go-to, and that's their bread and butter. But our press is the one that caused those 2 goals to happen.
It's insane. I don't think the Red Bulls came in here with the right game plan, because we are a pressing team. Cushion loves to press. If you think about why we don't have Julian Fernandez in the lineup, why we didn't have Talis Magno in the lineup, it's because Cushion wants to be a pressing team. And it looked like the Red Bulls were not prepared for that. And we went and we made 2 opportunities really quick in the game. And I don't know, Cushion's not the best coach, but my man's got the Red Bulls number. He just always outcoaches that team, bro.
He does have their numbers. I think we don't have the numbers in front of us, but maybe we should look it up because it feels like he has the numbers. And it feels like that because we talked about it before this game. This felt like the most important derby. And why did it feel like that? Because we both didn't win it. Like, both teams haven't won since July. Both teams are fighting for that 4th playoff spot, which is a home field advantage there. So this game just felt so much more. And for us to be the team to show up early, it was surprising. And Nick Cushion alluded to it. We talked about it. This has like been a whirlwind of emotions these last 2 weeks. Like, we go and we have one of our worst losses to Philadelphia Union. Our absolute worst loss to Philadelphia Union. And then we had a great game against Miami where we tied, but it felt like a win because we scored last. And then we come in here and we completely dominate. But Nick Cushing had a great saying. He said that his old mentor, I forgot who was the coach. Did he say Patrick Vieira?
Patrick Vieira, yes.
Basically, I think it was after the Red Wedding. He said, look, after that game, he said, it's better to lose 7-1 one game versus lose 1-0 for 7 games in a row. And maybe that Philadelphia Union game was that wake-up call we needed to be like, we are not going to be that team who's going to keep struggling. And I thought it was a very powerful quote.
Bro, I got goosebumps when he gave that quote. And it's true. If you get punched in the mouth and you recover from it. So Nick Cushing talked a lot in boxing metaphors.
Yo, Nick Cushing, I think, has been watching a lot of boxing.
Yeah,
My
bro.
boy saw Canelo, like, pop, 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 Puerto... Well, no, not the Puerto Rican. The Mexican.
No, but agreed. I think he loves talking in boxing metaphors, and this is a perfect analogy for this type of series. We got hit hard, and you see us getting up, recovering. We've been talking for the past few weeks about mentality. And what type of mentality did the team show today? A mature mentality, you know what I mean? The Messi win was big. It's easy for this to become a trap game, right? Messi feels like the biggest thing in the world. We didn't win. We got a draw, but everyone felt like a win. There's been so much hype about that game. It's easy to come in here and get destroyed, right? And forget that, like, you're not playing Messi anymore and kind of play down to the talent. And I really appreciated seeing the team play for a full 90 minutes. That was another thing. They never took the gas off the pedal. That's the phrase. I forget what it is.
Yeah.
But, like, I wanted to ask Cushing, I just didn't get to it. But, like, I've never seen the team this year play a full 90 minutes. And I felt like they did today.
Yeah, and now that you say that, it was times where Alonso Martinez was still pressing. We're up 4-1, 3-1, and he did not stop. That's the mentality. And, like, for all the slack we give this team and all the slack we give Nick Cushing, games like this is where we should praise them. And, like, performances like that against your team. This is only the third time we beat this team at their house. That's monumental. And in the way we did it in the most important times of the season, I mean, you can't ask for anything more important, anything better than that.
I mean, that's why we sound so good right now. I'm impressed by our motivational talks right now.
Just win, guys. We are also happy. I'm trying to remember all the goals because it was so many. I think let's just highlight. It's crazy because Alonso scores that one that's like a poacher goal. But Matt Doyle actually tweeted this out. He shows, like, look, Alonso Martinez is so important because he kept pressing. So on the defensive end, it would put pressure on them. They would make mistakes. And that's why the Maxi Morales goal happened in the first place. Yes. Because he was pressing them and the goalkeeper didn't see Maxi because he was like trying to figure out where to go with the ball. Then Alonso Martinez scores another one, a beauty right there. It was nice. And then he almost had the hat trick in the second half. It was the one-on-one. And I can't even remember. I think the only time the hat trick did happen was in the Red Wedding. And I forgot who scored it. But... so it would have been monumental for him to get that hat trick, and I think we all wanted that to happen, but it didn't happen.
I wanted 7 goals so badly.
Yo, we were trying to think of a name for this game. We know the Red Wedding, iconic. It's a great name. Game of Thrones was popular back then. It just made sense. For all the YouTube fans who are listening, all 3 of you, get us a good name for this. So it could be that. Oh, do you remember that Blue Lagoon game? Do you remember that Blue Crush? I know they're corny. I'm trying to come up with one. But
I know it's another podcast, man, but we put our blue balls on this game.
We teabagged them with our blue ball.
Exactly. the teabag in Harrison. The blue ball teabag in Harrison.
The homicide on the Hudson. Ooh. ESPN 30 for 30. What else? So much to talk
about. Okay, we talked about the 2 goals that we missed, but what about the goals we saw? When was the next goal created?
Pereira. Oh, Pereira with that header in the 30th minute. Tavon! Tavon just had his best game ever. Got an assist, got a goal. Oh, who's that guy again?
Yo, bro, another question I want to ask Cushing. Tavon has been unbelievable the past 2 months. My man has had, I don't even know how many assists. We got to look that up. How many assists in the past 2 months?
He was leading the team the last time I saw. Hold on, keep talking.
He was leading the team potentially in assists. He's going to answer that. But my man learned the triangle button on FIFA, bro. His through passes have been spectacular the past 2 months.
Tavon Gray, 7 assists. The guy's an animal.
Oh my
unbelievable his transformation from just being that great one-on-one defensive player to having this offensive, just everything. He scores his first goal this game, but his passing has been unbelievable.
I can't believe that just like a year ago, we heard how in training practice, he was trying to cross balls into the box, and he was getting them 20,
Yeah, they were
30% of the time. Now, every time I see him on that wing, I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Tavon's going to do a Tavon right now.
Yeah, he's honed, and it's crazy because for such a long time, it was like we thought of Micha as that guy who attacks forward, and then when we needed somebody more defensive, Tavon would be that guy. But now Tavon's the full package. He's solidified that right back position because he can do it all, and he's so deadly offensively. Those passes, I don't know. He's been talking with Maxi a lot. They've been like, just yo, papi, come to my house real quick. I need some help with my passing. And then the Tavon Gray goal.
Oh my
First
God.
MLS goal, first career goal, if I'm not mistaken.
And it was a golazo, bro.
Yeah.
Outside of the box, I believe.
Exactly.
With power on it, with accuracy, in the corner. What else can you ask for? This man has transformed himself into the new Tinnerholm. Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? That's such a good point because I always loved Tinnerholm because he was that get in your face back, but then offensively always there. And that's exactly what Tavon's been. Wow. I got chills.
Is that because it's raining on us?
It's because I miss Tinnerholm. We sound like some crazy we're just hyped up right now. But yes, great analogy there. And for the most part, we've held their offensive players down. Token didn't do much.
Yes.
Lewis Morgan didn't do much. Like, I thought we were solid. And we talked about this for so long already. And both teams have been struggling with this. Be clinical. Finish your chances. And you know what? Those chances that, Red Bulls make mistake early, but we were clinical. And that was the key. We were clinical and we finished those chances. Because earlier in the season, we wouldn't have finished those chances. They would have been shot right at the goalkeeper. He would have saved it, and we would all have been like, damn, how did we miss again?
Yeah.
We were clinical. That was huge for this game.
Agreed.
Go where you going.
I agree with you. I don't know what else to say. We were clinical. My man went right here, said we need to open up urgent care, and we were clinical, bro. We were serving COVID vaccines left and right out there.
What else do we have to talk about this game? Hold on.
We also why were we so good offensively? How did we break the press the way we did?
You tell me.
I'll tell you. I'll be a little uneducated because I'm a little excited right now. But I thought what was interesting was we didn't have Santi in the game, and it was a little scary because it's like, how are we gonna be able to pass the ball the way we did? Without Santi, who's like our main distributor right next to Maxi Morales. But the boys were fluid. You could see the passing. No one was holding the ball for more than a second. They knew where the teammate was going to be, and they got it there. And the best way to break a press is to go over that back line and also to just pass that team where they don't know where the ball's going. They don't know where to press because you're getting the ball, you keep moving the ball. And it was really impressive to see them move the ball the way they did without Santi Rodriguez.
And I think that's a huge talking point. Before this game, we said Maxi Morales has got to play the 10 for 90 minutes. And Maxi Morales is Maxi Morales. He shows why he's the magician. He shows why he's Spider-Man out there distributing, spider-webbing the ball around. Like, this guy is taking the fountain of youth, and he's still the guy. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of that then goes to question, like, did we play better because Santi wasn't on the pitch? And I don't want to be negative because this is a party. We won. This is great. Yeah. But like, it looked like the ball was moving a little more fluently, and it's because Maxi was the guy to be able to hold that ball and move it around and distribute the ball like it needed to be. And it never felt like we were just running into a press. It was like, no, every movement was with purpose.
And I would say that Santi's like notorious for running into the press, trying to out-dribble the opponent. And we saw almost none of that this game. And so that was really interesting. And I got to say, it wasn't just Maxi, by the way, passing the ball well. I felt like the team as a whole was like a well-running machine. Some of the passes from Clark, some of the passes from Gray, Pereira on the left wing.
Dude, this guy's a winger. What are we doing? He's not a natural 6. He's a winger, bro. He was fluent out there. That header, shabam! It was a thing of beauty, and the Tavon pass. But yes, Pereira, he looked natural in that position.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about Pereira. This guy's like a 10-tool player. You could put him 11-tool player. He could play goalkeeper if he had to. This guy can play any position and play it effectively, and it doesn't feel like, oh, you have a midfielder at the wings. No, it just felt like you had a winger just playing his job. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's really well. And I think one of the reasons it was so effective was when you score early, it limits Red Bull's press.
Yeah.
So right there, that couldn't be their game plan anymore. And you saw in the second half, they were trying to build out from the back, and it just seemed like they didn't know how to.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think NYCFC, by scoring early, neutralizes them, and it changes the way they play. And we came out with a big W at the end.
What a big W. Any other storylines that we miss here? Oh, I just one more thing. On the defensive end, right? We saw 5 goals. You just want to talk offense. But Fosberg came into the game. I forgot he was out there, man.
No, keep going.
No, you go.
Justin Hack.
Oh.
Justin Hack gets a lot of slack from everybody, I feel like.
Including us.
Yeah, including us. But he had a great game. He had a solid game. And you know what? Maybe he can be that center back that we need when Reese is out or when Strahinovic wants to foul people. Like, I thought Justin Hack performed very strong. And then Thiago Martins, like, he's just that guy, bro. Like, we never give him enough credit, but he is that guy. Kevin O'Toole with the assist to Alonso Martinez.
Yes.
Like, I can't even think of a guy who played bad this game.
It's insane.
It's a solid performance. And we win this game, and what do we get? The coveted Hudson River Derby trophy. That was made by the fans. That's what I love about this shit. It was made by the fans. It holds weight because it's not some manufactured trophy. Nah, they thought of the trophy. We lost it last year, and we got it back this year. And Nick Cushing said after the game, this felt like a final to me. I remember us not having that trophy last year, and that hurt. And he said, basically, this game meant the world to me.
And I would say not only did it mean the world to Cushing, but you could tell it meant the world to the fans. The fans were celebrating after the game like they won a championship. You heard the crowd going crazy. When the Red Bulls won last year, I forgot they were even celebrating. The supporters weren't there. The team wasn't there. It wasn't the same type of vibe. I felt when everyone went to that, Brad Sims went out there to celebrate.
Everybody.
Santi Rodriguez and his checkered, weird-looking sweater went out there. Everyone was out there to celebrate it like it meant something. And if the players make it something, the coach makes it something, ownership makes it something, then the fans make it something, it is something, and it felt like something. It felt like a big day.
Yeah, and the funny thing is they're all like doing, like, when you win a real trophy, they're like celebrating to the fans with your feet. Yeah. It was like epic, dude, to see that. And that for them to actually care about it so much. Do you feel like we've hit our Goody moment?
Every game's a Goody moment. Every game's a Goody moment.
What I'm saying is, was Miami that Goody moment to now propel us? And I'm tired of the Goody moment, but it's such an iconic moment. And it feels like every season we go into this like slump right towards the end, and then something happens to propel us to the East.
You know what some people don't ever say? There were so many Goody moments after the Goody moment that season.
Ooh.
If you think about it, right? Tavon Gray getting that injury in that New England game and still playing through it. Tati Castellanos doing Tati Castellanos things. Talis Magno with the dance in Philadelphia after that big goal. The Goody moment doesn't mean anything if we don't win the championship.
Oof.
And we got to go and make multiple moments like that year to make it happen. So are we stacking the way we stacked that year?
Ooh.
Yes. But we got to keep stacking.
We're way too high. We're going to get kicked out of here, guys.
This is our best episode. I don't care. This is our best episode.
Oh, we got problems.
I feel like I'm in a Baptist church right now. I'm too hyped.
Preach. Oh, I had a good point, but then you started preaching. You got me thrown up. So that's our Goody moment. Yeah, you lost me.
That was good.
Yeah, I think that could wrap up our episode right there. I don't
even know who we play next week. I don't even care who we play next week.
Nick Cushing had another good point that I wanted to bring up, but now I'm forgetting it. Good game. We play Cincy next game. Well, let's try to do a quick recap because we're not gonna do a show because we're lazy as hell. A real show? A show from home. We play against Cincinnati at home, technically Red Bull Arena. Probably, I'm done. After the traffic, I mean, it was such an amazing game, though. It was
Yes.
worth it to come out here. But to come for Cincinnati, that sounds like a pain in the ass, bro. But that's a big matchup, too. Since
Yeah.
he's in the top 3, we know, like, the top 3 teams are kind of got that clinched.
Yes. And right now we're 5th place. Orlando's up 2-0 last time we checked.
Yep, they're up right now.
And so there's a good chance we'll still be 5th place after this. So we still need some. It's still really, really tight. This game, this W, doesn't clinch anything for us. It puts us in an opportunity to stay alive. And so every game from now on is a playoff game.
Oh, talking about playoffs, Nick Cushing after the game said, I'm only one of 2 coaches to miss the playoffs. And I think that was a little bit of us because we talked about him missing the playoffs when we were on the New York Post.
SNY.
New York Post / SNY. So they do boo.
Yes.
By the way, check that out, guys. We were on the New York Post. A little selfish plug, but whatever. But yeah, he said, I was only one of 2 coaches to miss the playoffs, and that one hurts me, and it hurts me every day to know that I did that to these fans. I might be drinking the Cushing Kumbaya, the Kool-Aid, but that matters though, because like we've had coaches in the past who didn't seem like they gave a shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they wanted to win, but it does feel like this really matters to Cushing. So I'm drinking the Kool-Aid right now.
I gotta say, did I like what he said? Did I love the boxing analogies? What he said about Patrick Vieira? Do I like what he said about how important this trophy was? Yes. But at the end, all that matters is results, man. I've been a Cushing in fan for the past 2 years. But that boat has sailed. Now, the only thing that matters is not his personality, not the stuff he says in the press conference, it's results. And I think we need results. We need to go deep in the playoffs for me to be drinking the Cushing Kool-Aid again.
Facts. Fair. All right, guys. This has been Rio.
This was the fucking greatest game I've ever been to. I had the time of my life. You guys were so amazing out there. I legitimately felt like I was at a home game.
Yes.
Some parts of this game.
The one funny thing. So the NYCFC supporters start bringing the lights. Yo, the whole stadium starts putting out their lights. These Red Bull fans had no idea what was going on.
They plastic, bro. They don't even know what their own teams do as tradition.
By the way, they had a not good enough sign on their section.
Bro, how you put a not good enough sign at the Derby? That's disrespectful, homie. Yeah, I understand you guys are fighting. You know what I mean? Relationships go through a tough time. But you keep that in the house, not when the ex-girlfriend's
No,
over,
but I love
bro.
how it's not even that mean. Like, you're just not good enough. It's not like, fuck you. Like, be a little harsher, bro, if you're going to say something.
It's that passive-aggressive New Jersey, bro. They don't even know how to kick a coach out.
All right, we got to go home, bro. It's late.
Right,
It's raining. It's been real.
All right.
Peace.